What happens at Grandma's stays at Grandma's is a model for you and your grandkids. If it's fun, it's fair game. But lately, hip pain has you grimacing more than laughing. And that's a moment you realize life's too short to put off treatment any longer.
The Joint and Spine Center is Cincinnati's leading destination for orthopedic care, with hundreds of joint replacements each year. So when a moment has the power to change the rest of your life, go to the one place with the power to change it for the better. The Christ Hospital Health Network. This changes everything.
The Pound This Podcast is brought to you by the Christ Hospital Health Network. This is the Pound This Podcast, episode 647, Sports, Fitness, and Balance with Whitney Mueller.
I want to lose weight, but I don't know how to get started.
What should I meal prep every week?
How do I get those sweet booty gains?
Inspiration for your healthy lifestyle. The Pound This Podcast with Amanda Valentine.
Thank you so much for listening to the Pound This Podcast. I'm Amanda Valentine. Returning guest, this is your third time on the Pound This Podcast. Whitney Mueller, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. So I was looking in the first times you were on this podcast. Mm-hmm. The first episode you were on was episode 116, which we're well into the 600s now.
That's awesome.
And that was on Friday, October 12th, 2018.
Ooh, that was the day before my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So I'm like, dang, like that's been a while.
Yeah, it has.
Right?
Yeah.
And now we're like coworkers. That's
I know,
weird, right?
That's badass. The day has come.
Yeah, right? Like, oh my God, a couple years later from like you being on this podcast and being a guest talking about, which I want to talk about Fuel the Soul and stuff like that you've done. But yeah, to now come on and be like, let's talk about working together. I don't know. I just think it's so crazy how
it is just
how the world or the universe works.
Mm-hmm. I know. Worked out though.
So I don't think I asked you when you've been on before, just kind of like getting to know basically like your background and basically where you came from up to the moment where here we are working together at Cincy 360 Fitness. So I know that, I mean, you're super into sports.
Yes, I do love sports.
So, I mean, was that always just even as a little kid?
Yeah.
Like, that you were just way into sports?
Yeah, I mean, my parents had me playing golf at like 3 years old.
Dang, like some Tiger Woods action.
Yeah, right? I'm not that good though.
Well, I don't think you won his life.
No, I think I'm okay there.
Yeah, right?
I think I like where I'm at.
Yeah.
No drama.
So did they have like plans for you to like professionally play, or is this just for funsies?
Just for fun. Like my dad is a very good golfer. Mom does it a lot for fun, but she's good as well. And I just started playing. I took lessons from like, I think it was like UC's coach or something for a little while. And then just started playing for fun with my parents, and then played with some friends, and just, it's always been more of a social thing than a competitive thing.
Yeah.
But
so when you golf now, is it like you're slamming beers golfing, or are you taking it serious?
it depends.
Okay.
Scrambles, I'll drink some beers with it. That's always fun. But if I'm out just playing like 9 or 18, then I probably won't drink as much, because then I actually do get a little competitive.
Nice.
So
when did you play anything else as a kid?
I played soccer on a club team for a while. I played basketball, softball. I think that's it.
And did you play all through high school?
I played golf, basketball, and softball through high school.
Okay.
I quit soccer. My parents were thrilled.
What, less work for them?
Well, it was a lot of traveling.
Oh, okay.
And if you're, a lot of people know these days, if you're committed to soccer, you are committed to soccer, and that's it.
Oh, gotcha.
And so on a club team, like, that's all you do. You travel, you practice, you play. Travel, practice, play all the time.
Dang.
So they were pretty thrilled that I just wanted to go play other sports.
Nice. So did you go to college?
Yes, I went to Mount St. Joseph.
Okay.
So as Josh did as well. So
what was your major?
My major was sport management, and then I originally was going to minor in business and then majored in business. So I took a little bit longer.
Okay. So then you changed from sports management to business?
I actually added it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so what does sports management mean?
Well, at the time it meant a really easy major.
Okay.
So I went into it as like obviously loving sports. So I'm like, well, this will be fun. I can do this right now. I'm not a very good student. I just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
I like to learn, but it takes me a lot longer than others. So I went into it like, this will be fun. This will be something different. And it's basically sports marketing, like working with a sports team on all different levels and kind of just getting into, I guess, like what I did with it was work with the Reds. So I worked with the Reds Hall of Fame as an intern, and I worked there for about a year and a half. And so we did a lot of their marketing and membership through the Hall of Fame. We did, what else did we do? Basically a lot of events with them as well. So I got to meet all of the Big Red Machine, which was really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool. But then other than that, we had a couple like exercise science classes and the sport management, not realizing that I ever wanted to do that. I just blew it off. So I'm really mad that I did that. And then the business majors, I just wanted to always have a business major on the side just in case, like owning my own business came in handy.
Yeah.
So
is that what your goals were, like graduating college? Is that what you thought you would be doing, like running a business, doing sports management sort of stuff, working for the Reds sort of thing?
I kind of had a dream of continuing working with the Reds, but that kind of fell off, and I ended up getting a job right out of college, working with a fitness facility as a manager. And so I kind of just went to that side of it. So I never really had that intention, but it just kind of fell into my hands perfectly. And, when I think right when you get out of college, you're like, oh my gosh, I have a full-time job lined up. I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
So I did. And I was a kids supervisor and swim manager.
Sounds chaotic.
Very chaotic. So I ended up doing that for 6 months, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I learned a lot as a manager. It was very inspirational to see, but I never want to do that again.
Yeah. So what did you do after that?
Leave that for Josh. I ended up quitting that job and taking a full-time internship for free at TriHealth.
Okay.
So I interned at TriHealth for a summer. Learned a lot, and that was more for personal training. So I was on the fitness floor. I was shadowing all personal trainers. I was shadowing the managers, kind of every aspect of it, but more so the personal trainers, and ended up getting a job there, and then started my career as a trainer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when you started doing that, was it something where you're like, oh, I didn't realize I wanted to do this, but I love it?
Yeah, I mean, people always said, like, you should be a personal trainer. Like, you like to work out, you like sports, like, you like to do, you're confrontational, you like to communicate, stuff like that. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll try it. And that's when I got into TriHealth. I was like, let's see where it's at.
So how long were you a trainer there for?
Like a year, 2 years.
Okay.
Maybe 2.5. I don't know. I can't remember.
And then where did you go from there?
From there, I went to Beacon.
Okay.
Orthopedics. So at TriHealth, it was more rehab. I would say like 70% of their facility is older. And then, so I kind of learned that aspect of it. Like I trained a 90-year-old guy who was running, which was amazing.
Oh, nice.
So then I went to Beacon, which was the complete opposite, was more rehabilitation for younger athletes. And then they would come over from after they were getting their surgeries and therapy, then most of them would come over and train with us at the sports performance facility. So we had kids from 7 years old to college. We had boot camps for adults, and we had a 35-yard turf space that we could do basically anything we wanted to. So that was a big switch, but I think I needed the switch at the time just to see what I liked in training.
Yeah.
I really liked working with kids and the sports aspect of it. And then it kind of switched over to Cincy 360 after that.
Yeah. What made you leave or find this place? Was it just like you heard about it, saw an ad for it? How did that work?
I actually never heard about this place until a friend of mine had told me about they're having this big DJ come in, and they were going to have a DJ and a big workout. And my friend told me about it, who I actually went to college with and knows Josh. And she's like, you got to do this workout with me. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I don't feel like that. So, but then Beacon was going through some other changes in their facility, and it was time for me to leave. So decided to make a facility change.
Yeah.
And I went up to my friend, like she was working one day, and I said, I just can't do this anymore. I have to make a change. So she's like, you got to go meet Josh at Cincy 360. So she texted him. He texted me. We ended up like meeting here one day. We talked for like 2 hours, and he's like, you're hired. It was like, I'm like, there's no interview process. Well, he's like, you got to train me one time. And, so I ended up training him like for a 30-minute session. I don't even think he could take it, but that's
Just being a little bitch.
right. I had him like jump on the rower right away. I remember it.
Nice.
And he's like, I don't think he did much cardio. But so yeah, and then I ended up here. It was kind of cool how it worked out. Like I just wasn't expecting the way it was, but it was cool.
Yeah. And how long have you been here now?
I think close to 3 years.
Right on.
So longest place I've been for training, and I think the longest place I'll ever be. So
Right on.
I know.
So then is personal training what you kind of the long-term goals for you, or does it kind of bring back some more of the business management, sports stuff? Like what's the long-term vibe?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I still don't know, but I do love training, and to sound cheesy, like I love helping people and seeing their transformations. But I also just love talking to people and learning about them. So I think for me, for personal training, it'll be around for a long time. I don't think I could ever sit at a desk ever again.
Yeah.
So that, and on the business side of things, like I would like to, like work with some events here and in the community and get out and get involved in that way. But that's, I think, is where my future is.
All right.
I think.
Well, I know you, because we've talked about on this podcast before, where you had like your side business with Fuel the Soul. How is that going?
That's kind of went down the drain ever since COVID happened. But
I mean, a lot of things.
Yeah,
did.
I know. Well, because I was getting into like corporations and businesses and trying to get the corporate aspects of people wanting to train, wanting to learn more about health, wellness, fitness. And I would go into companies and, start up these like weight loss challenges. I would have a nutritionist come in and talk more about what nutrition they can do on the go and stuff like that. And then, it just went down the drain from there. But that's okay.
It's just a reset.
Yeah, it's just a reset button. So
something different and better on the horizon. Kind of like now that, things feel like they're starting to open back up again. It feels like we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Hopefully
exactly.
it stays this way. And
please.
I know, right? And people coming back out and
and
doing things. Did you lose a lot of clients through COVID?
No, I actually didn't.
Right on.
I would say maybe about 10%, honestly. It wasn't that much. A lot of them came back after, so
Awesome.
Start right back up at it.
What'd you do for the 2 months that the gym was closed?
I chilled.
Oh, yeah.
It was, I am not going to lie, it was such a good reset. I think all of us needed it at the time. We were crushing it in the gym and we were nonstop, which is amazing. Josh loves to hear that. But I think we all needed to hit the reset button and just take a little bit of time. So I would wake up every morning, drink my coffee, go for a walk.
Nice.
I just got my dog, so I was training him at the time, and I worked out a lot.
I wonder if you could do, because I know how much you love your dog. We were
Yeah.
talking about that before we started recording. I wonder if you could do like some sort of like dog human fitness class.
That'd be cool. I don't know if my dog would do well with that, but
Yeah. It was just like the dogs that do like the agility courses and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, my dog could never. He's too much of a spaz. But I think that would be fun though. I think that's a reason why some people get dogs of like, oh, they'll make me go for a walk.
Right.
And they'll make me be more active.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think that would be something cool. I don't know how that would work. I guess it depends on the dog.
Probably.
I'm just thinking out loud, but do you ever do anything super active with your dog?
I mean, we go on walks, and he has a little dog park where we live. So, like we have a little agility stuff. So he's pretty active, but he's also a little bit of aggressive.
Yeah.
My sweet little dog is aggressive.
Aggressive to you or just aggressive to other people?
Other people, new people.
Gotcha.
So he's got to meet you and then get used to you, and then he's fine. But I also have a shock collar. Those are great.
Are you planning on more dogs, or is he a solo child?
He's a
His only
solo child. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets bad when you start collecting them like I do. I had like one cat forever, and she was so mean that I couldn't have any other ones. And so as soon as she died, I'm like, oh, every shelter animal
I know.
come in.
Yeah, right? I would love to, but I'll need to ask Josh for a raise.
Right? Yeah. They're freaking pricey,
They're
man.
expensive. Yeah. Their food's expensive. Everything, like even medication. Like monthly medication.
Yeah, like heartworm medicine and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not cheap.
They're worth it though.
I know. They're so worth it. I love them.
Cute.
Yeah.
So do you have any goals or anything going on for this year? I know you're part of a challenge with some of your coworkers right now.
I don't know. I've always, that's a good question. I always tell myself that I'm into challenges, and like that's what motivates me the most. So getting into like weight loss challenges or body fat percentage challenges or whatever it is, like I just need something to motivate me. So if you want to get in a challenge, let me know.
Well, do you ever set up challenges for your clients?
I do, if they follow them. So,
got it.
But it would be fun to do another weight loss challenge at the gym. We did that 2 years ago. Last year didn't happen.
Oh yeah, right. I mean, that'd be kind of fun to even just do like one of those like step bet sort of things.
Yeah.
Like those are fun.
And I feel like a lot of people are motivated by money.
Yeah.
So that's what we did 2 years ago is we had a big pot of money, and it was like, like we did it basically like your trainer won this % if your client won.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, hey, I'm in for that.
Did you win?
No, we got second.
Oh.
Adam won. He cheated.
I'm
just
you can
kidding.
say that now 'cause he's not here.
Yeah. Are you listening?
Cheater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be super fun because I like challenges too, and I like the step bet challenges, which I don't know if you've ever seen those, which is the same thing where you're just kind of getting your steps up versus the weight. Because I know some people are like, well, my goals aren't weight loss, but everybody could handle getting more steps in. That'd be kind of cool. I wonder if we can figure that out.
We should.
I think we should start scheming all the things that we want to do here.
Yeah, I'm in.
Right on.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm ready for some community events and some, some
human interaction.
Human interaction. Yes, please. Yeah.
Miss that. And then,
I know.
Yeah, you'll have to like sometime if you're down for my extremely low ability to do this, like teach me how to play golf. I've never played golf.
Yeah.
I've been to Top Golf. I've been to mini golf. The end.
The end. Oh crap!
I've never taken golf seriously. I mean, even at Top Golf, like I'm drinking. There's no like taking that.
And you
seriously.
just try to hit it as hard as you can.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I feel like I would be really terrible at it. I'd want to try, but I feel like it would just also
We
be
all
like
should
I'm
go
gonna
to the
drink.
driving range over. Is that Lunkin? Yeah.
Okay, that's close.
Yeah, me and Josh have done that before, and then we've played golf over there before.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, we do meetings.
Can you
quotation?
Do you drive a golf cart?
Yeah.
Oh, I want to see. I've never driven a golf.
What?
I know.
Oh my
right?
gosh. Okay, you can drive.
See, I'm looking at everything else but golf. I'm like, woo, beer, ooh, golf cart.
Yeah. But actual golfing?
I mean, I'll try it. I know I'm going to suck at it. I mean,
Yeah.
I already know that it's like, but I'll have fun with it. I think I would have a ton of fun, but I'm like, there's no part of me that has any expectation of being any good unless, again, that it's like I have some magical like Happy Gilmore like ability that I'm like, oh my God, how did I like make this happen? But
I know. Well, it's a hard sport. I mean, they say it's 6-inch mind game. Basically,
That's not where my mind just took that phrase.
I know. I knew it. I knew it. As soon as I said it, I'm like, crap, she's going to.
6-inch mind game.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I mean, basically, it's like between the ears.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
Yeah. Or it's a different kind of mind game.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're hammered, that's where I feel like I would do good if I was drunk. I feel like that with anything. I've been on like 2 softball leagues that I was terrible at, but it's like, yeah, when I was drinking and I didn't care, I played so much better.
See,
but the moment that I'm taking it seriously, I'm terrible.
Yeah. I can't drink and play most of the time, like any sport, co-ed or recreational, but like, because I'm competitive, but I also know that if I start drinking, I'm not going to care.
Yeah.
So I have to have a good middle place. So if I have a drink, like I got to stop one.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I'm the opposite.
But if I know I'm just going to go have fun, then.
Yeah. Like I've like been on like dodgeball beer leagues and stuff like that. Or not dodgeball, kickball.
Okay, yeah.
And stuff like that.
dodgeball.
Super fun when people are just like dressing up and drinking.
Yeah.
I've never been in any sort of real competitive sport. I played volleyball for a couple months
Yeah.
because my mom made me. And then that's pretty much it. So I feel like, yeah, anything that I do, I have to, I just don't understand the rules. And I feel like it gives me the pass to like suck at it.
Yeah. Understandable.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
But I would love to try different stuff. Like I really just want to drive a golf cart. But I think it just seems like something that's meant to be just like fun or relaxing instead of like jumping into a basketball game or something like that. I don't want to do that like ever.
Okay. Well, note.
Right?
Just in case.
I don't even know how to do that. Like that's not even anything that like I even really remember doing in PE.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny like how good you are at sports. I am like the complete opposite. I don't know how any of them work.
Oh, I love sports.
I know how out of any sport, I kind of know how baseball works more than anything else.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
It's the slowest sport.
Yeah, it is really slow. Again, there's just like more beer drinking time.
Yeah.
Like, I just associate sports with beer drinking,
know.
apparently.
It's very social. I mean, a lot of sports are.
Yeah.
I think that's how I take it.
Well, I feel like that's why it's probably going to come back strong. I feel like, or at least this summer, I have a feeling with vaccinations and people, COVID on the decline, that I just feel like so many people are just going to just burst through the doors this summer and want to just do everything.
Oh, I know. It's going to be a crazy year as far as that goes.
Yeah. Opposite of last year, thank God.
Yeah. Maybe 22 will be like back to normal.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
I know.
This time next year.
Yeah.
Check in and see what's going on. So if somebody is interested in following you, so if you're not really doing the Fuel the Soul thing anymore, do you want people to follow you on Instagram are you taking new clients at the gym? Like how should I pimp you out?
I would say the best way is our most generic email here at 360. I think it's info@cincy360fitness.com. That would probably be the best way. I haven't really been posting a whole lot on Fuel the Soul or on I haven't been using Instagram a whole lot.
I mean, it's probably better that way.
Yeah, it's just been nice to take a little break from it, but that would probably be the best way.
Are you taking new clients?
I am. It depends what time.
Gotcha. What would you say would be like a good fit for you as far as clients go? That's kind of your specialty.
Honestly, any like generic training.
Okay. Somebody that just wants to be healthy.
Yeah, somebody that wants to be healthy, lose weight or gain muscle, anything. I kind of train a bit of everybody right now anyway, and it's just a good variety.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Sweet.
Up for it all.
Right. All right. Well, thanks for being on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
AmandaValentineBites.com